You tapping in real quick, something light, nothing major. Peace and blessings and all that. You know what I'm talking about? Hopefully everybody's Sunday kicked off properly. And you know, your day has gone according to plan. You know what I'm talking about? It's over, y'all. It's fucking over, huh? UFC fight nights, numbered cards. 2024 is now behind us, man. You know what I'm talking about? And, you know, it was a good run for what it's worth, man. I can't complain, man. A lot of good fights, a lot of good action, a lot of good finishes, a lot of good dogs barked and popped the fuck off, man. You know, I would have liked to end on a bit of a higher note, you know, than 9-4, but it is what it is, man. My baby cub came through and did what he needed to do as a dog and barked. You know what I'm talking about? Sean came through and did what he needed to do. My most confident pick on the card, Joel, I said that he would look like the biggest favorite on the card, and he did. You know what I'm talking about? Beat the brakes off that young man. Manel showed up. I mean, it was a good card. It was a good card. My losses, for the most part, self-inflicted wounds, man. It is what it is, you know. Vitor Petrino fumbled the bag, but he was coming from fumbling a bag. You know what I'm talking about? It's crazy. He fumbled the bag to the last two individuals that Dominic Reyes got back on the win track against. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he got choked out by Lionheart and he got knocked out by Jacoby. You know what I'm talking about? And Jacoby and Lionheart were Dominic's two you know, layups to get back in the win column, if you want to call them that. You know what I'm talking about? So that's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. Self-inflicted wound. He came from fumbling the bag, and how can I place any other expectations on him other than to possibly fumble the bag again, which he did. You know what I'm talking about? Ottman, that was a shot in the dark. You know what I mean? That was a dog play, more so a fade on Mike. I'm not high on Mike. You know what I'm talking about? The fact that he did what he did last night does not move me at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion to all of a sudden get on the side of Mike and get high on Mike. You know what I'm talking about? So it is what it is. Josephine, women's MMA, question marks from both sides. I said it after the weigh-ins, after the face-offs. Both of those female underdogs looked massive and looked like they were going to be problematic for their opposition, man. And they both proved to be so. You know what I mean? Rodriguez, by taking that O, snatching that O, getting that dub, and hopefully she got herself a performance of the night or something, man. You know what I mean? Because it's hard for them women to come across that. But she deserved $50,000 for performance of the night for snatching that O away from Knudsen the way that she did. You know what I'm talking about? Self-inflicted wound. It's women's MMA. You know what I'm talking about? Unbattle tested as far as certain levels of opposition are concerned. And that's just how the ball bounces and the cookie crumbles, man. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know, that's how that goes. And Raymond, you know what I mean? Because I was 9-4. Vitor Petrino, we talked about that, you know, fucking with somebody who fumbled the, you know, fucking with somebody who fumbled the bag, expecting them not to fumble the bag again. That's a self-inflicted wound. You know what I'm talking about? Josephine Knudsen, you know, fucking with a female at this level of opposition that has not been battle tested by a legitimate level of opposition. Self-inflicted wound. You know what I'm talking about? Ottman, shot in the dark, dog play, fade on Mike, self-inflicted wound. And Raymond Tavares, man, I said it in the video after the you know, weigh-ins and face-offs and all that, the ceremonials, man. Davey looked to be in magnificent shape when he stepped on the scale. Not so much for Ramon. Later on at the ceremonial weigh-ins, Davey still looked to be in good spirits and ready to rock, ready to fight for the first time in front of his daughter. It was a lot going on, man. You know what I mean? So that swap-out option had to be applied, in my personal opinion. We wasn't pick-switching, you know, and while Ramon looked a bit better at the ceremonial weigh-ins, you know what I'm talking about, rehydrated and all that, he came out there and gave what he had. It just wasn't enough, man. You know what I mean? And, you know, I should have realized that prior to making my pick. You know what I'm talking about? I said it, how solid Davey was, how well-rounded he was, how dangerous he has proven that he can be at this level. We've seen, you know, where his ceiling is inside the UFC. All these same things could not be said about Ramon, but, you know, wasn't pick switching, just properly preparing for being on the wrong side of those picks. You know what I mean? So 9-4, and them 4 very much were self-inflicted wounds. You know what I mean? Can't be mad about them. Got to rub them in the chest and keep it moving. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. It's over. It's a wrap. It's behind us. The next set of fights is January 11th. Mackenzie Dern versus Amanda Ribas 2. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm going to be doing my full card breakdown and predictions video for that card tomorrow. We got quite some time ahead of us, but it's going to leave us, you know, with some things to chop it up and talk about. You know what I mean? Tap in and chop it up about. Because I'm going to go ahead and it's 14 fights as of right now. All the money lines are not yet released, so I won't have that. Unless that happens in the next 24 hours, I won't have that information when I do the full card breakdown and prediction video for Dern Ribas 2. But I'm going to do it tomorrow, you know what I mean? Give us something to chop about. And I'm going to be tapping in periodically through this, through these off, you know, these down times that we got. We can chop it up about NFL, NBA, overs and unders, first halves, whole games, money lines, whatever, because I'm a degenerate and I'm still out here betting. You know what I'm talking about? I'm in the lot right now, get ready to run in the motherfucking store and put some tickets in on this 4 o'clock kickoffs. You know what I'm talking about? I already got tickets in on the 1 o'clock kickoffs, but I've been so busy, I don't even know what them games are looking like right now. Hopefully, when I look at them later on, when I look at the 4 o'clock tickets, we smacked on all cylinders. You know what I'm talking about? Because I don't even know what they look like right now. I had to, you know, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, whole lot of nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Same laundromat, different dryer. Had to move around and take care of me, take care of folks, and handle some business after I put them tickets in earlier. So I don't even know what they hitting for. Not the overs and unders for that first half, the whole games, not my money lines, teasers, super teasers, because I got super teasers in, money lines in, first half, overs and unders, whole game, overs and unders, all for the 1 o'clock games. You know what I'm talking about? Now I'm going to drop on these 4 o'clock games and, you know, go about my day, man. You know what I mean? Hopefully, everybody was able to get to a bag in some way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it was something light or something significant, you know what I mean, to cap the year off. And if not, nothing to frown upon, man. We got a whole nother year with a whole nother set of fights. What was that? That was just 41 or 42? 41 or 42 total events. I gotta go check on my joint real quick. I know prior to this, I believe it was 41 events with a total of 505 fights. Now I'm talking about, so this might have just put us at 42 events total for 2024 with a total of 519 fights. You feel what I'm saying to you? And I went 9-4, you know what I mean? So I got to do my numbers and my calculations and all that a little bit later on. I ain't dove into all that yet, you know what I'm talking about? But I believe that capped us off with 42 events for a total of 500, and we had 13 fights, 518 fights altogether for 2024. 42 events, 518 fights, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm talking about? I'll tap back in with that fact a little bit later on when I get back in the lab to do so. You know what I'm talking about? Just wanted to tap in, man, real quick. So, you know, for what it's worth, man, I hope everything's going according to plan. Peace and blessings.